everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Noraida Miller, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you top 10 things that can help you with your personal growth. So as we are ringing in the new year, we have to get our life. Let's work on those things that maybe we kind of feel bad about not completing back in 2023 or the years prior. What are your goals right now? Who do you want to become this 2024? What are you trying to accomplish? Guys, don't feel bad, don't feel guilty. It's about what you do this moment, what decisions you make, and what action steps you take to achieve those goals for 2024. Let's get to it. So as we begin, I would like to say that if it is your first time here and you're not subscribed, feel free to do so. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click on the notification bell so that you know when I post another video. And if you can, while you're at it, please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching this video. So the first tip to setting and achieving your personal goals for this new year, okay, whether you're watching this now 2024 or for future years, this could apply for any new year, okay, when you're trying to have some goal settings and not just setting your goals, but achieving those goals. We want to be intentional with the steps we make, and that's why the first tip is to be specific and clear on your goals. What do you want to accomplish this new year? Simplify it. You don't have to be too complicated about it. Just start writing it down. Jot down your main ideas, pray about it, meditate on it, think about it, but don't overanalyze it, because many times when we overanalyze something, it could really throw us off because now we're overthinking it. Let's go in with faith. Let's ring in the new year with faith, and you see those clear, specific goals and you write it down. And let me tell you, you could now begin to map out how you're gonna get these done. You could map out how you can accomplish your goals. Let's set ourselves up for success for this new year. I believe in you. You can do it. All right, guys. So the following tip. Now that you have your list going on, remember how I told you to just go ahead and write everything out on your sheet, right? Now that you have all your goals, your ideas, your intentions for the new year, you want to now narrow down all the larger things, right? And simplify it to a more realistic goal. We could go from here and bring it back to the center, right? So I'm not saying that you can't have big dreams. Oh, I'm all about it. Have big dreams. Think large. But we also want to be realistic. Is this realistic right now with my life? Is this good in a timely manner, right? So you want to divide your larger goals into smaller tasks. And by dividing it like this, it helps you break it down in a way where you can accomplish your goals a little bit more. So for example, by the end of this year, I would love to take a trip to Italy. This is an example, right? So now I have to think about, what do I have to do right now so that I could achieve my goal trip to Italy, right? Why do I want to go to Italy? How much is it going to cost? How long do I need to save? And can I save that much money within a specific time frame, let's say 6 months? And then I say, you know what? This money that I have, I want to actually put it towards a business. So maybe I could say, hey, my first big goal is to do this business that I really want to do. And now, because I know that I want to do this business, by when do I want to start it? How much do I need? How much time do I have to save up for it? You know, what does it entail? And then now, how do I need to adjust my trip to Italy? Maybe I was going for 9 days. Now I only go for 7 or 5 days to Italy. It's a Europe trip. What's the best time of the year to go so that it doesn't cut out too much of my business budget and I could still achieve my dream or goal of making it to Italy this year? Finally making it to Italy, because I tried to make it to Italy the past years and I did it. I tried to start this business in the previous years and I didn't, but it's still a goal and a passion of mine. Therefore, I'm going to work at it this year so that I could see it come to fulfillment this 2024. Okay, we're going in with faith, but faith without actions is dead. Faith without works is dead. I could have faith to achieve a business, but if I don't take adequate and intentional action steps, I cannot achieve that goal of starting a business, because what are you doing? The business is not going to fall on your lap. That's why I always like to share, write it down, create a vision board, okay? But we're not going to create that vision board yet. Hold up, because we're going to be intentional and we're going to write everything down. You were specific, now you narrowed it down so that you could map out your goals. So by breaking down your larger goals, it also allows it so that your process is less overwhelming and helps you along the process of even achieving the larger goals. So you took your large goals, you broke them down into mini, right, smaller goals, you were able to work at those, and then you see the bigger picture come to life. So you're basically breaking it down into chunks, which going to be the steps leading up to the completion of that bigger goal you have, and you're going to see it come to pass. You got this. I believe it. The third tip I'm going to share is to prioritize your goals. You remember how we were talking about that list and that we were breaking it down? We gave the example of my goal to go to Italy and my goal to start that business. What's my priority? Can I really start this big business I want to do and also go to Italy? Is this viable for me right now in my budget? You know, maybe if I focus more on the business part of it, that could lead the way to be more financially set and have more of the availability later on to be able to go take a trip to Europe, right? But if I'm just trying to do everything at once, it's gonna throw off the whole game plan, and unfortunately, you'll be at risk that if you don't prioritize your goals and know what you need to work on first, it's gonna just end up being that maybe you won't finish it or won't even be able to accomplish most of your list because you were stuck in a toxic cycle of not even starting with the first piece, if that makes sense. You have to prioritize, what can I focus on now? That's a big word, focus. What do I have to do today for what I want to accomplish? I want to do this goal of starting a business. I need to do research. What paperwork do I have to do? How much money? And I'm prioritizing my business because this is going to open the door to be able to accomplish my other goals. You see what I'm saying? Maybe your thing isn't a business. Maybe your thing isn't that trip to Italy. Maybe you just want to work on your time management. Maybe this year you said, okay, I want to finally do my investing and purchase my home. What do you need? But many times we have 50 different things that we want to accomplish in a year, and it's important to prioritize them because then it allows you the availability to be able to focus on one at a time, accomplishing your goals, and then not feeling like crap at the end of the year because you couldn't get nothing done, respectfully saying. All right, and I'm speaking of experience, guys. I'm a big dreamer. I like to achieve things. I like to do things, and sometimes I feel I could be more of a I feel I could be more of a multitasker, right? I'm great at multitasking, but when it comes to goal setting, multitasking on different things at once can be dangerous depending how large or small those goals are. Okay, so all this ties together. Quick summary: we are specific, we map them out from small to large, then we prioritize our goals, and now what's next? The fourth tip is to set realistic goals. When you set realistic goals, it prevents the frustration of not being able to accomplish something that in reality you could not do. Now, don't misunderstand me. I'm not talking about being positive and believing in your goals and all that good stuff. I'm just saying we have to also be practical enough to be realistic on what I can accomplish this year. Because maybe you have a goal. Think of what your goal is, right? Is your goal something that may take more than a year to accomplish? So then you can't get mad when you focus the whole year on accomplishing this major task that you have and then you couldn't accomplish it, because realistically speaking it wasn't going to happen in less than a year, especially when you were trying to prioritize other things. So is your goal realistic? Can you accomplish your goal within the time frame that you're giving yourself to get it done? Can you afford it, right? Can you save for it? Maybe, I don't want you guys to not try to accomplish your goals because of financial reasons, because for example, if you're starting a business, that's costly, but am I gonna say, hey, I'm not gonna try to start my business because I can't afford it? No, not everyone is rich. And not everyone just has money laying around, and not everyone has a large savings. It's reality. It's the reality of the world that we live in, you see? But I can try to save up for it. I can get a job. I can save for it, and I could now map out how much do I need, and a little bit here and a little bit here and a little bit there now gets me to where I need to be with my business. But it doesn't mean that I'm going to try to set out unrealistic expectations for my goals when I know that in reality in 3 months I can't get that done. Maybe mid-year I could get that done, right? But what can you do now? So setting realistic expectations and being practical can help you feel and see that you can achieve your goals, because you're not putting an expectation on something that in reality you're not going to be able to accomplish, and that's going to prevent a future frustration, not only with your life, but with yourself, within yourself. You have to believe in yourself and set yourself up for success. Do things happen? Yes, life happens, accidents happen, mistakes, and poor decisions. But this one could be one less poor decision that we make when achieving our goals. Now that we have that established, my 5th tip is to create a timeline. Honestly, this part would be scary for me. I would try to not put a specific timeline because it would give me anxiety, because I feel, oh my God, by this time, I need to have this done in my life. But then again, I'm a very structure driven person. For example, I like to know by when I need something done, what I need. Like, I need specific, clear, like, guidance when I'm trying to do something in my life. But once I know what's expected and what I need to do, I could flow. Then I'm a free bird. I just get things done. I make things happen. I don't need that much guidance anymore. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, boom, boom, boom. I could get it done. And many times I'm like that, right? Because I just want to see it come to pass. I just want to see it come to fulfillment. And I want to do it right. And I want it to be successful. But I don't want this lingering. I don't want this lingering, right? And when it does, it's frustrating because it's like, I'm doing too much. You see what I'm saying? Now, how do we prevent this? Is you just got to face the reality of it. If you want to be successful, you have to keep yourself accountable. Hold yourself accountable by setting a time frame for when you want to accomplish certain things. And it's not only going to help you stay accountable with yourself, but it's going to give you a sense of completion with those smaller goals. Remember step 2 and 3, we're talking about breaking down your goals from larger to smaller, right? Break it down into chunks so that it's easier for you to accomplish it in the long run, because you're getting smaller tasks done faster. Guys, it's the same concept. So let's go back. I'm just going to use the business as an example. By when do I want to start launching? By when do I want to start making meetings with the necessary places, resources, people? By when do I want to have my product out? How long is this going to take? Yes, give yourself a time frame. A business is something fairly large. But take your other goals and say, all right, we're starting in the beginning of the year. We don't want to slack mid-January to February. So by March, I want to get A done. By April, I want to get B done. And goal C, I'm just going to name them by letters. Goal C may take me a little bit more time. So I'll give myself till June or July to get that done. And you write it down and you check in with yourself in that journal. Now, if you prefer a more of a electronic style, go ahead. I love Google Docs, Word document, Excel, all that to stay organized. But there is something so powerful when you can first go to that drawing board and write things down. You're thinking it, you're writing it, it's there. You could feel it, you could see it, you're writing it down. And then you could go on a electronic sheet to type it. It's great. Having things electronic, going paperless is great. You don't have things lying around and you could keep your files organized. That is perfect. And if you feel comfortable typing it in there, type it. What's my goals? Boom. Now I have my time frame and now I have my to-do list for each thing. And now you're being intentional week by week in the new year to make 2024 a successful year. I'm telling you, it's so possible. And the great thing about these tips is that they all interconnect. One leads to the other. So I hope you are taking notes. Take notes, guys. We want to make this new year the best year yet. And I'm joining you in the challenge to accomplish at least one goal before mid-year. All right. So one goal by June of 2024. What are you going to accomplish? Is that going on that trip, starting a business? Some people want to, get toned or buff at the gym. You got 6 months. What are you going to do? Okay. Maybe you are here and you want to start a YouTube channel. Maybe you want to write that book that you have the idea that you've dreamed about it all your life. Maybe it's time to now start looking up places where you can, and resources online that you can link up with to submit your book. What's the process? You see, how do I get this printed? How do I get my book published? Do you even have your book written yet? No? Okay, so maybe now backtrack. Let's go to a writing board. I need to write my book by March, and April I'm going to be making phone calls, setting meetings, and I hope that by December of 2024 I could finally have my book all done. You see what I'm saying? That's a big good goal, but because you were specific and realistic, you set a timeline for yourself, you broke it up into parts to achieve it little by little, and by the end of the year, by the end of 2024, you have that book, and you're gonna look back and you're gonna feel so proud of yourself because you actually took the steps you needed. You believed in yourself, and even when moments were hard, when you felt like, oh my gosh, I don't think I could do this, I don't think I could finally accomplish this, it's gonna fall, it's gonna fail. No, we're not submitting to those thoughts this year. Those thoughts of failure and doubt is done with us the end of 2023. We're going into 2024 believing and trying. The worst thing that can happen is that it takes a little bit longer, but we're gonna put our full effort. And by setting those own time frame, that own timeline to yourself, is gonna keep you accountable, and we have to achieve these goals. I may be repeating some things is because all these tips, they're gonna link up, they connect. So everything's gonna come to fulfillment for you for this year. Guy, girl, let's get our life. We have to get our life this year. I'm not playing. I'm like, no, 2021 was rough. 2022 was a big question mark. 23 was like a whole roller coaster. But 2024, we're coming for you, okay? There's no more excuses here. No more excuses. We gotta go in fierce, okay? Now we want to still live our life, okay? We want to still enjoy our days and not be so overwhelmed and so overtaken and fixated on our goals that we forget to live. But sometimes we're trying to live a little too much, and then we get distracted and sidetracked, and then we don't do nothing at the end of the year but have a bunch of pictures, which is, it's great, but what did you accomplish? If you didn't accomplish it in 2023, it's time to do it now, 2024. And if you're watching this in 2024 and that year is almost over, 2025 better be your year. Let's speak life into our future. I'm hyped today. I'm so passionate about this because I'm joining you. I believe that 2024 is going to be our best year yet. I believe it. And the following tip, I know we mentioned this earlier, but write down your tips. And the following thing is write it down. I believe I mentioned it earlier, but did you write it down yet? Are you there with your notebook and your paper, or on your Word document on your laptop, whatever you're using? Put your goals in writing to make them tangible. The following thing is write it down. Are you writing down your goals? When you write down your goals, you make it more tangible. You see it. And I mentioned this earlier, but I have to specify that by writing down your goals, it helps clarify your intentions, and it serves as a constant reminder of what you want to accomplish in your life. Okay? There's no lazy and there's no unmotivated. We're going in motivated. And even in days that you don't feel like it, push. And even in days that you're not motivated, you gotta just still do it. Motivate yourself, get up, and take action. Okay? Because if I'm looking down, it's because I have my notes, so I apologize. But I am so excited for this year, guys. You have no idea. And the following tip is stay flexible with yourself, okay? Be open to adapting to your goals as circumstances may change them, okay? It may change. We may have to be open to an adjustment. We may have to be able to be flexible, okay? And not allow that if something doesn't go exactly your way, A to Z, every to the T, to every second and moment of the day, that you're just like, oh, throwing it away. I'm so done with this. I can't do it. You can do it. Just adjust and work it out and figure it out. You can, okay? We're not gonna allow little mishaps on the road, what I call those little pebbles on the road, to cause us to trip and fall, okay? You may feel you're stumbling, but God can help you get yourself back up, okay? Be flexible, guys. Let's be open-minded. Sometimes if we're too closed-minded, it limits ourselves, okay? And not having enough faith also can limit yourself. Thinking you're constantly going to fail is going to limit yourself. Be flexible not only with that goal but with yourself, and start to be flexible with your mind. You can have a strong mind and still be flexible. Flexible doesn't mean that you don't have a strong mind. Being flexible means like, okay, I can do this. Okay, this didn't work out. Let's try this. It starts up here. It starts with what you're speaking, okay? You have to be flexible with yourself. You have to be flexible with your goals. Being flexible also allows you to adjust what you're trying to activate to make that goal a reality without abandoning your goal, without saying, forget about it. This year, we are not abandoning goals. Unacceptable. Do you want to grow? You can't abandon your goals. And with that being said, visualize your success. Imagine yourself achieving your goal. Imagine yourself already there. And now when you could visualize the success of your goal, now we can create a vision board, because now you're going at it with vision and believing in what you're trying to accomplish in your life and believing that you can do it. When you could visualize it, you can do it. When you could see it, you could finally create that vision board. Make those notes that you have down as a visual representation on that vision board. You know, you're gonna cut out, you know, let's say it's a house you want to purchase or an apartment you want to get moving out, right? You cut out that house, that apartment, and you put it on that board, on that sheet of paper, the construction paper, whatever you have. If you trying to now, you know, write that book, cut out a book. Oh my God, I see the book. I see the house. Oh yes, I see that business. Oh, I see me going back to school, getting my education. I see me graduating. I finally want to finish my degree, you know, and not leave that hanging over here on the side. No, go ahead, get that degree. Like finishing something. Just because you don't have a degree doesn't mean you're not accomplished. You could be accomplished in life without a degree. Now, I work in education, and I'm telling you that I'm not speaking against it. But if getting your degree was a goal that you started, finish it. Okay? If doing that book or that business, finish it. You don't want to not accomplish something, is what I'm saying. Okay, so don't misinterpret me before you come at me. She said that if you don't have a degree, no, that's not what I'm saying. Okay, but let's get it done. Okay, because many times when we stay stuck in that place of not accomplishing something that we left halfway done, it starts to affect how you see yourself and the capability of doing something else in the future. And the following tip is to track your progress. You know, every so often, see the milestones that you have reached. Okay, see how far you've come and what you've accomplished already every single week. How about tracking yourself by doing a weekly check-in? Okay, how about tracking yourself and your progress by, you know, revising that journal or that list of the timelines that you gave yourself. Check in with yourself every so often. Many times we'll get busy in our daily grind, on the day-to-day routines, on what we have to do, where we have to be, that we put ourselves to the back burner many times in our dreams. So if you are revisiting that and checking in with yourself, you can help yourself track your progress, and then it'll bring it to account with you. It'll bring it to life on what's been done, but also what's still lingering there and what you have to do next to reach that goal that you set yourself for the time. Okay? Jesus, I have a lot of work to do. And last but not least, guys, stay motivated and see your successes. Celebrate all your successes. There is no small success and a big success. There is no small dream and then, oh yeah, this is a real dream because it's so big, it has to be elaborate. That's not it. Celebrate all your successes, celebrate your milestones, celebrate that you got your to-do list done this week. See how I'm not saying like today, because I'm saying live a day at a time, live a moment at a time. But when it has to be with something that you're trying to just accomplish, that it's so pressing to you, you know, check in a week. Check in, you know, in that deadline you gave yourself. And when you see things come to pass, Congratulations. Celebrate it. And when you finally accomplish those goals one by one on your list, celebrate it, okay? Enjoy it. And guys, know that there is nothing impossible if you believe. Trust me, when you are creating that vision board, pray about it, okay? Give faith a shot. Give yourself a chance to believe and see things come to pass in your life. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't believe because of what they've been told or because of past failures. But did you know that it's not about what you've done and where you've come from, but what action and what decision you're going to make today to make tomorrow a better reality. And in the future, when you are looking back at yourself a few years down the line, you're going to feel so proud of yourself because you took those steps a few years ago and those dreams came to pass, and now you feel so empowered. Like, oh my gosh, if I did this, I can accomplish so much more. I can help so many more I can make an impact in not only your life, but in other people's life. You see what I'm saying? And not only will you be able to encourage yourself, but you will be able to be an encouragement and a breath of fresh air and just a testimony of life and of success for somebody else. I hope this video encouraged you in one way or another. I appreciate you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you guys. And let's work together to accomplish our goals this brand new year. Let's get it. I believe in you. Guys, remember that you are capable of doing so much more than what your mind can even fathom, okay? In life, the possibilities are endless. Have faith. Let's get it. 2024 is a new year and we're not holding back. All right, guys? Until next time, God bless you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. What are you waiting for? Take care, guys. Much love.